And, I don't like Tom Brady and Troy Aikman, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana. They didn't see UFOs. And then Tom Brady followed up yesterday with a tweet. How do you know I've never seen aliens, Colin? He acknowledged my existence. It was a good day for me. But you know what I thought about when I saw that, actually? Tom Brady's having fun because that's always who Tom Brady's been. But he acquiesced for Bill Belichick in New England. But this is who he is. He's laughing more. He goes on Howard Stern, talks about his marriage. He's on James Corden. He's very funny. He's getting drunk during victory parades. He's fantastic on social media. He's got a great sense of humor. This is, of course, who Tom has always been. When they signed Gronk, he went to Twitter. Football's fun again. I was talking to Eric Mangini about this. Eric and Tom were together. They won 3 Super Bowls before Mangini went and later coached the Browns and the Jets. And Mangini said, teams can struggle with this. Tom Brady, how you enter a business is how you're often viewed forever, regardless of how much you grow. So Tom Brady is drafted in the 6th round. Not paid much, always takes a pay cut. He's part of a system led by defense. But then Tom grows and changes, and he becomes a father and wealthy, and he nears middle age, and he's married, and he's got his own brand, and he has a net worth second to no pro athlete in America. His wife's a supermodel. And Fun Tom is still asked to suppress and to take a pay cut, and he does willingly because he wants to win. But New England still wants under our thumb Tom. And he got tired of it. In that documentary, you saw it. You heard him bark on the sidelines. You heard the quotes after he left New England. Tom had changed. He wanted a voice now. He wanted to have fun now. That's who the true Tom has always been. But for the sake of the team, because he's a team guy, he suppresses that. This is exactly what is happening to Russell Wilson in Seattle. He entered the Seahawks as 3rd-round pick Russell. Little too short for the position Russell. Handoff to Marshawn Lynch Russell. Defense wins the games, don't screw it up Russell. Never create controversy, just say, go Hawks Russell. And then Russell, like Tom, becomes a Hall of Fame level player and wealthy and great, and marries a strong, beautiful, successful woman. Just like New England couldn't pivot in later years, Seattle's struggling to pivot with Russell Wilson. This happens. All of us at one point have told our parents, hey, I'm not a kid anymore. You intern at a job, and then they hire you. You no longer want to go grab your boss coffee. You're an employee. Things have changed. You're valuable. I've told interns before, you can intern at a place, but eventually leave it because you'll be viewed by a lot of people in that building as, oh, he was an intern. Go succeed somewhere else, come back and be seen differently. Enter the company at a higher level. Tom's having fun. Tom's always been fun. You ask guys around him, the Kentucky Derby, the parties, the travel. This is who Brady's always been. But with New England, he had to hold back. And as he grew and flourished, became the GOAT, became the biggest star in the biggest sport in America, New England struggled to pivot off that. In the end, he wanted a voice. And can you imagine? They wouldn't give Tom Brady a voice. What was attractive about Tampa is Bruce Arians would. Pete Carroll, are you watching? This is all Russell Wilson wants. He's not 3rd-round Russell anymore. He's not go Hawks during every comment. I like that Tom Brady acknowledged my existence. I'm not going to lie to you about that. It does remind me of the old joke, though. There's an old joke about alien sightings. You know where you never see alien sightings? Harvard. I'm just joking. All right, here's another story. Ben Roethlisberger got a new contract. But it wasn't a great one for Ben Roethlisberger. It was a take it or leave it contract. Yeah, 14 mil, down from almost 20. And it opened up $15 million in cap space for Pittsburgh. So he gets 1 year, very little money, and they're clearly going to move on at some point, probably 2022. So let's talk about Pittsburgh today. They still have a very good roster. 2 of their linebackers, their best linebackers, were hurt. 1 of them comes back. 2 may, but 1 for sure. They always draft and develop players well, and they've now added salary cap. So the Steelers next year will be good. How do I know that? Because the Steelers virtually every year are good. But they become the TV show, Entourage, Friends, The Office, where they decide to bring it back 1 more year. And then halfway through it, you're like, why? The actors were all rich enough. It's played out. And you tell your buddies, no reason to watch this season of The Entourage. The Steelers are going to go, if I had to pick this morning, 9-7, maybe 10-6, probably a wild card team in their division, 1 and done. That's happened a lot recently. And they won't be a Super Bowl team. And the problem is, next year at this time, it's a really bad year to need a quarterback in the NFL draft. And so Pittsburgh's going to be good. They're going to win a bunch of games. They're probably going to finish second in their division. Wild card team, have to go on the road against, like a Kansas City or a Buffalo, and they'll lose. And they'll be asking themselves, why didn't we start working on this replace Big Ben thing like 3 years ago? So they'll be good, though. Not going to be bad because Pittsburgh's not bad, and Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, and Big Ben is good enough to win some games. But finally, Pittsburgh gave him a take it or leave it contract, and he took it. And I do think that's getting some cap space in that division, which I think next year Cincinnati's a real team, is going to be really log jam. It's going to be a lot of 9-7 in that division next year, including potentially Cincinnati. All right, so we've got Steve Keim is the general manager of the Arizona Cardinals. They have gone out. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt. They've been hyper-aggressive in the NFC West. He'll be joining us this hour. Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is an astrophysicist. Can you imagine being an astrophysicist and coming on this show? He's going to really have to bring it down to be able to deal with my nonsense. Alex, you're very excited.
I'm so excited. Have you seen his show, The Cosmos?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I've watched every single one. I am so excited for this.
Yeah.
I know. Can you feel it?
I had him about 4 years ago. He's actually very funny.
Yeah.
He's a really
great.
funny. Yeah, he's a really funny guy. And he loves football, by the way. If you go to his Twitter account, he's got hysterical football posts. I put one on the my Twitter account today. All right, so Russell Wilson a few days ago named 4 teams he was willing to go to. And we understood the Cowboys, big brand. We understood Las Vegas, his wife's an entertainer. We understood New Orleans because of Sean Payton. None of us really understood the Chicago Bear thing. But apparently Russell Wilson is talking about the Bear thing and why he's interested. It's very interesting. Reminds me of Peyton Manning when he went to Denver. We'll talk about that coming up. Well, we always love Wednesdays on this show because Wednesdays is Jersey Mike's for the staff day on the show. I get number 7, turkey provolone. Listen, the authentic Jersey bread is the key to any Jersey Mike sub. Always baked fresh in the store. All about the ingredients. The meats, quality, piled mile high, sliced fresh. Fresh produce cut cared each morning. Taste the freshness. Tomatoes, sweet onions, heads of lettuce. Relentless commitment. And with Jersey Mike's, you can't forget the juice, red wine vinegar, olive oil, blended to perfection. What's not to love about Jersey Mike's? Convenient, clean, contactless pickup stations for app and online orders. The sandwiches, you can smell them. The bread is fresh. Everything is fresh. Just order